All right. What is going on? Okay, I believe we are live. All right, fantastic. Okay, we're gonna do a flight, y'all, from Salt Lake City to Las Vegas and hope that it works. Because this has been nothing but a headache for the last pretty much ever. So, let's give this a shot, shall we? Also, I apologize in advance. I cannot see. Like, I can see the chat, but that's about it. All right. Let's set this thing up for turnaround state. CG and stab trim availables are now. Okay. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and get this up.
Beyond ATC connected.
Beyond ATC connected. Oh, apparently we're engines are running. That's nice. Also, why do I have no sound? Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay. Welcome, y'all. We're going to try to do a flight. Waiting for this to load. This is our ATC system. It's taking its sweet old precious time, if I do so say so myself. I think. Let me do this. No, stab it. Request the desktop site. There we go. Okay. So while we're waiting for this to load, we're gonna make sure that y'all can hear it. Okay. Where in Virtual 2, which is playing out through A2, which am I translating it? No. Yeah, sorry for the delay. Beyond ATC takes its sweet old precious time loading up. In the meantime, I can get everything loaded. I position in it root. Nope, we're not doing that root anymore. Okay, so here is what we are doing. Why do you even have things still if you got a whole new root? Running 1/6 left. Let's see if that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, departing. 1/6 left. Let's see what everything else we're using. Open up charts. Unload that flight. Import from SimBrief. 1/6 left via the Zion 2-1 with the eek transition. And then we're going to be arriving via the chow with the stew. Are you loaded yet? Good riddance. Oh, is it okay, no, it's not frozen. We'll let it figure itself out once it figures itself out. It's going to go, hop 2 comes up, we're going to execute that. Stew. Nope. Lego root. Then stew. Oh my goodness. Performance, we're going to request new perf. And we're going to load it. So this is our plane right now. Just finishing loading up. Okay. This plane is like glitching. It is glitching hard. Okay, so we're going to do cell temp of 51 with an outside L temp of 9. DTO. Take off. Flaps 5. 145. 149. And 155. Okay, I think that's everything. That doesn't change. Man, it's really bloody quiet in here, isn't it? Alright, now we're going to go back over. GSX remote. Prepare for pushback. Alright, let's go ahead and start the APU. And then we're going to switch you to that one. So you can kind of see, I mean, this camera's glitching out a little bit, and I'm sorry about that. Alright, APU should be coming up on the bus any second now. I don't know what in the world our engines are doing. Something is struggling. Okay, now our APU is on, so now we'll go ahead and do pumps. Doors are closed. Transponder is on transponding. Alright, let's see. Here we go. Salt Lake City clearance, Delta 2205, requesting IFR clearance to Las Vegas. See if it works.
Delta 2205, Salt Lake City clearance, cleared to Harry Reid Airport. Signs 1 departure with the Enoch transition then is filed. Climb bias head. Departure frequency 126.25, torque 5614.
126.25. Cleared to Harry Reid Airport as filed via the Zaya 1 departure with the EC transition, and then as filed at climb via the SID. Departure is 126.25, squawk 5614, Delta 2205.
Negative. Departure frequency 126.25 and squawk 5614.
26. Roger. 126.25 and squawking 5614, Delta 2205.
Delta 2205, read back correct. Contact ground 123.775 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Over to ground 123775, Delta 2205. I forgot I can't switch it that quick, it gets angry. 123775. And then departure was 126.25. I'm going to leave it down there. Salt Lake ground, Delta 22. Why does it keep changing my frequencies?
Salt Lake City clearance, Delta 2205, go ahead.
Never mind for Delta 2205. I think my plane is bugged. Alright, let's see if this works. What the heck? It's like constantly resetting my plane. This is so bizarre. And then the throttles are having issues. You know what? We're just going to crash it and reload it, which sucks because I got to reload everything. But it's the joys of ProSim, which is the software that we're using for the flight instruments and everything. Ow. This is miserable. Oh, we have sounds. Alright, now let's get our throttles. Ouch, that hurt. Oh, that really hurt. Alright, I think now the plane should be working. And in theory, I should be over at 123775. Let's see if I can get a radio call in. Salt Lake Ground, Delta 2205 radio check.
Delta 2205, reading you loud and clear.
Thank you. Okay, well, we're gonna have to do this super quick. Route request. Love it. Absolutely love it. Load, activate, execute. Departing 16 left via the Zion 2 at the EEC transition, then is filed. Which is exactly what we want. And then I know the arrival, according to our chart, is going to be, well, our flight plan is the Chow 4 arrival with the Stu transition. We're going to execute that. FMC, and then currently it's 26 left, whether it stays that way. ATIS. Landing at departing runway is information Quebec. Visual approaches in use. Visual approaches 26 left, 1 left. Alright, so I'm just going to plan for the ILS then as the backup. ILS Zulu into 26 left. ILS Zulu 26 left with the Prino transition. So now let's make sure that that didn't muck anything up. Hey, look at that. Okay, we got no discons. Fantastic. I'm gonna have to redo all of this. Information 164.
Delta 1066, Gate 44, request pushback and engine start.
Delta 1066, Salt Lake City ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face southeast.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face southeast. Delta 1066.
Hey Google, set the lights to 10%. Clearly. Hey Google, set the lights to 30%. View flight plan. Validate. Close. Take off. Yeah. Performance. Request. Load. Execute. Cost index of 120. Love it. Cell temp 51. Outside air temp is 9. So we're just going through setting all this up. Takeoff. We're going to do a flaps 5 departure with 145, 149, and 155. And I got to get the weight, so we're going to go in here. Center of gravity is 21.3, so FMC takeoff. 21.3, boom, gives me my stab trim of 5.09. So, what do you say? Is this systems page not working again?
Delta 1066, request taxi.
Delta 1066, runway 16 left, taxi via Yankee Hotel, Hotel 1314.
Runway 16 left, taxi via Yankee Hotel, Hotel 1314,
Turn a lot
Delta
of these things
1066.
off, because in theory... Oh, I don't have ground power, that's why. Boom. But, yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's check these. Window heat, electrical heat. This is this. I'm going to turn off the APU bleed because people will hate me if they're sucking in all that air. Where? Alright, let's see what GSX. Alright. Enter IR. Oh, that's right. Position. GPS left. Here. It's probably gonna make me do it again. Let's see. Aligning. Okay. I mean, yeah, we'll take it. Alright. What's with the ATIS?
Temperature 09er, 2.02, altimeter 3004, landing and departing runways 16 right, 16 left, 17. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Quebec.
Quebec. Salt Lake ground, Delta 2205 with information Quebec, ready for push and start. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Pumps, pumps, doors, doors, transponder.
Delta 2205, Salt Lake City ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face east.
Face east. Pushback and start approved, facing east, Delta 2205. Alright, beacon on, brakes release, cleared to push. Commencing push, all engines start. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so APU is coming on, packs are off, engines start to ground. We're going to watch that in 2 eyes. And now y'all got to hear the beauty of it. I'm just going to log off. Alright, head to a stable. We're going to introduce some fuel.
Delta 1066, contact Salt Lake City Tower 119.05.
Over to Tower 119.05 Delta 1066. Have a good evening.
Starter cutout. Clears via that, which I need to put in there. Scion 2, the top altitude is level 230. Alright, that's stable. Let's go ahead and introduce some fuel. For that. Alright, starter cutout. Packs, ISO valve, APU coming off. That's coming off. Oh, I forgot to put our engines on the bus. Love that for me. Those fuel pumps are coming off. Propane's coming on. And park brake set. Alright, let's go ahead and do an after start while we're waiting them. Generators are on, probe heat is on, anti-ice all not required, air conditioning panel is set, recall checked, auto brake set to RTO. See, it looks like I have a light on, but I don't. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but you know, whatever. Oh, my clock isn't working. That's okay, I'll fix that. I do very much like to have a nice little clocky clock. That was the wrong PC. Before y'all get any ideas of passwords on all these, don't be trying to just randomly connect to my shenanigans. We're gonna quit. Back here, shortcuts, clock. That'll update that. I can minimize that. In theory, that should fix itself. And that'll probably close. Yep, see, it's going to be doing an update. Alright! Taxi light on. Parks released. Salt Lake ground, Delta 2205 is ready to taxi to 16 left.
Delta 2205, runway 16 left taxi via 2 Sierra, Yankee, Hotel, Hotel, 1 Tree, 14.
Let's taxi to 16 left via 2 Sierra, Hotel, Hotel, 1314 for Delta 2205.
Negative, taxi via 2 Sierra, Yankee, Hotel, Hotel, 1 Tree, 14.
Taxi via 2 Sierra, Yankee, Hotel, Hotel 13, and then Hotel 14. Alright, now we're clear to taxi. We're just gonna taxi. I'm gonna step out for a split second. Which I know I shouldn't do, but that's okay. Okay. Alright, so we're going to be taxiing. I wonder if that's too loud. What up, Curse? To see that you're a viewer, welcome. I apologize. Yes, I am trying to get the stream kind of functional. Something I've been working on for a while. Alright, so they want us to taxi via Yankee and then Hotel. So this is Yankee here, so we're going to cross this and then go to Hotel, hang a left. We're going to flight control check. Check the top.
Delta 768, Gate Sierra, 1 request pushback and engine start.
Alright, we good?
Delta 768, Salt Lake City ground, pushback and engine start approved, face east.
Pushback and engine start approved, face east. Delta 768.
Alright, let me get you. Okay. Sorry. I've been trying to get this all going. Yeah, that works.
JetBlue 72 at Gate Bravo Tree request pushback.
Alright, so we're doing our tax checklist. Flaps are 555 green. Takeoff speeds 145, 149, 155 set. Thrust is TO51. Flight controls check. Taxi checklist is completed. Alright, we're going to do our departure
Delta
briefing.
768, runway 16 left taxi via 1 Sierra, Yankee, Hotel, Hotel, 1 Tree, 14.
runway 16, left taxi via 1 Sierra Yankee, Hotel, Hotel, 1314 Delta 768.
126.25, I'm pretty sure is what it was. One 26.25, yep. Alright, so we're gonna be taking off runway 16 left via the Zion 1 departure with the EC transition. First fix is Hupto after the vectors. The vectors will be at 7,000 or above, Hupto at 9,000 or above. Departures on 126.25, no weather changes. And that is our departure briefing. We're gonna do a little bit of a Southwest taxi.
JetBlue 72 ready to taxi to the active.
JetBlue 72, runway 16 right, taxi via Tree Whiskey, 16 Foxtrot, 4 Foxtrot, Alpha, Alpha 11.
Runway 16 right, taxi via Tree Whiskey, 16 Foxtrot, 4 Foxtrot, Alpha, Alpha 11 JetBlue 72.
Salt Lake Ground, Delta 2205, can you confirm you see me squawking 0364?
Salt Lake City Ground, Delta 2205. I cannot confirm that information. Please refer to your systems for verification.
Salt Lake Ground, Delta 2205, do you see my transponder on?
Salt Lake City Ground, Delta 2205. Your transponder is currently set to squawk 5614.
What? Where do you see me now? Delta 2205.
Salt Lake City Ground, Delta 2205. I see Delta 768. A Bombardier CRJ 9000 taxi. Ping behind you, distance 284 feet.
Never mind.
All aircraft be advised, information Romeo now current, altimeter tree 005.
Woo! She is right on me.
Delta 2205. Contact Salt Lake City Tower 119.05. Have a good evening.
Over to Tower 119.05, Delta 2205.
Delta 768.
Salt Lake Tower, Delta 2205 is coming up on runway 16 left.
Delta 2205 Salt Lake City Tower, wind 140 at 8 air, nav to Hoto, runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 16 left, Delta 2205. Alright, here we go.
Delta 768, ready to go. Runway 16 left. Delta 768, hold short of 16 left. Affirmative, hold short of 16 left. Delta 768.
All right. Here we go. We're gonna spool it up to 40%. Looks good. And toga. Oh, that could have been bad.
Delta 768, runway 16 left, line up and wait.
Runway 16 left, line up and wait. Delta 768.
Oh, don't be doing the split throttle things. Hey, knots. Throttle hold. Thrust is normal. And that's V1. And rotate. Pause, brake, gear up! Alright, we are on our way to Las Vegas. And that, we're gonna go heading.
Delta 768, Salt Lake City Tower.
And that's 1,000 feet.
40,
Feet nav.
280, runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 280, runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff. Delta 768.
Alright, we're going direct hop to. Hang it.
Delta 2205, contact Salt Lake City departure.
Over to departure, Delta 2205. 126.25.
Delta 768, contact Salt Lake City departure.
Pretty sure that's what it was.
Contact Salt Lake City
126.25.
departure.
Yep.
Delta 768.
Salt Lake City departure, Delta 2205 is at 6,000 climbing for flight level 230.
Salt Lake City departure. Delta 768. Climbing via Desert 2. 5,300 feet.
Delta 768, Salt Lake City departure. Radar contact. Clear direct search. Resume the Desert 2.
Clear direct search. Resume the Desert 2. Delta 768.
Delta 2205, Salt Lake City departure. Radar contact.
1L nav. Alright. So we're trying some live streams out on both TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, all the things. I apologize. I've spent first off autopilot coming on after takeoff checklist. I've spent a lot of the time trying to get this bloody thing going and working and correctly flying, I should say. But if you, oh, is it going to do this rocking thing again? Well, looks like this will be a short flight. Salt Lake City departure, Delta 2205. We need to return to Salt Lake. We have a flight control issue.
Delta 2205, emergencies are not supported at this time. Unable.
Departure, Delta 2205, requesting an alternate. Let's see if that works. Turn this around.
Delta 2205, unable to change your flight plan. Will request an alternate at this time.
Alright, well. Departure, Delta 2205 is returning to Salt Lake. Man.
Lake City departure, Delta 2205, understood. Please advise if you need further assistance.
Mr. Kane? So, having a little bit of an issue. Gotta fly back to Salt Lake, and ATC is all sorts of confused. Thanks, bro. I tried watching your stream, but I was also trying to get this thing going this whole time. In the process of flying back to Salt Lake, because autopilot, this version of it is not liking me. So, yeah, we're gonna go back. Let's set this at 16,000. Alright. And I can't even tell it what to do because the thing just bugs out. Alright, let's see if this will do what it's supposed to do. So look at this. We're just like, look at how wonky this thing is. So I guess I'ma just fly the thing. Just go manual controls. Gonna fly back into Salt Lake and then probably undo the update that we did because it has issues. Lots and lots of issues, it would seem. We'll see how this goes. So that is Salt Lake, kind of up to the right. If you look on the stream, you can see a few little runways with some lights. That's where we're headed. So I'm going to try and kind of get us set up for this 1-6, but I'm also kind of heads down, which is never good. So we're going to go departure arriving ILS 16. I'm going to execute that. Init ref will tell us what we need to do, which is going to be tune our radios to 109.5. Switch that over. Come on, switch. Switch. And she's broken. Are we frozen? There we go. Okay, 109.5, so we were frozen. 164 for the course, which is what we got. Gonna go flaps 30, 138 for the speeds.
Delta 768, contact Salt Lake Center 128.55.
Contact Salt Lake Center.
You know, you're not wrong, Parker.
128. Have a good one.
I certainly would. I would be like, nah, I'm staying in my house, bro. I got this cool stuff. I'm gonna leave the auto throttles on because it was managing the throttles fine. But we are going to descend. Gonna take Lagoon, move it to the top. Man. Gonna execute that. And we're just gonna start descending. So, normally when you turn on autopilot, the plane does not do this whole rocking thing. If you've ever flown on a plane, you would know that, but something is going on with it. So, I'm not flying autopilot. This is all going to be totally just like me controlling it with my hands, more or less. I'm going to let auto throttle do its thing. As you can see, it's managing the throttles just fine for right now. So I'm going to let it kind of do its thing. Gonna get back to Salt Lake. I think this is where the pilot would be like, ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, have a little bit. We're just going to be returning back to Salt Lake at this time. No big worries. Delta just called, said they want the plane back on the ground. I don't know. So, what you want to do when you're flying this thing, let me get you guys to the end of the view so you can see what I'm talking about. If you look at the bottom of the screen, where you've got the blue and the green, that's not green, brown, and then this pink line, which is now gone, so that kind of gives you an idea. Let me put that back up there. You kind of want to fly the plane to that. So on either side, you'll see the wings. It's the like the black left and right, and then this square right in the middle. And you kind of want to try and just get that as aligned as you can. So like right there, you can see it. But then like if I start turning, see how that pink line shoots way off to the left? Like, nah, dude, you're supposed to be aiming to the left. And that's to try and fly the plan that the plane, in theory, should have done, but definitely did not. We need some drag. I'm going to put out the speed brakes. And you know what? I'm going to give us some flaps already. A sharp turn coming up. Here we go. We don't want to smack into the into those mountains, because that would suck. Man, if anyone was in the back of this plane, they would just be vomiting profusely. How'd your live stream go, Parker? I was hoping it went well. I'm trying to get it to where TikTok will let me use the Live Studio app, because then in theory, I could join your live stream from this? Apparently? I don't know. But that'd be an interesting way to have a live together. You know, you're sitting there beatboxing, doing what you do best, and I'm over here doing this. Alright, 1-6 left is that middle runway that you can kind of see in between those. So I'm going to put you back on the other one so you can see everything but my beautiful face. And we're just going to land this thing manually. I'm going to go gear down, flaps 15. Salt Lake departure. What's Salt Lake Tower's frequency? We'll see if this works.
Delta 2205,
armed.
Salt Lake City Tower. Frequency is 132.650.
There is no 132. Whatever. Salt Lake departure. Delta 2205 is on the final for runway 16 left. Alright, flaps 30 landing checklist. Flap, gear down, flaps 30 green. Engine start switches to continuous. Recalls checked.
You are not cleared for landing at this time. Please advise further.
Delta 2205 is coming in for landing. We got flight controls issue. The AI ATC does not know how to deal with this, so... Alright, I'm taking control of the bird.
Salt Lake City departure Delta 2205. You are not cleared for landing at this time. Please advise further.
Oh, they're gonna get mad at me. But that's okay. Salt Lake departure Delta 2205. What's for dinner?
Salt Lake City departure Delta 2205. Please clarify your situation. Landing clearance is not available at this time.
We have a bad autopilot system, so we're returning back to Salt Lake as flight controls are not responsive. Delta 2205. This ATC system don't like it.
2205, understood. Please proceed with caution and advise if you require further assistance.
Can you have the emergency trucks available, Delta 2205? We'll see what it says to that.
Delta 2205, copy that. Emergency services will be notified to be on standby.
Well, alright. Interesting. Alright, so we're a little far to the left. Well, to the right, sorry, and we are a little low, but that's okay. I've got visual of the runway, so I'm not using the guidance cues anymore. Oh, we're slowing down. Alright, speed brake is armed. Auto throttle, map brakes coming to 3. Got 2 white, 2 red. Now 3 white. That means I'm just a little high. That's fine. Salt Lake's got a long runway. Alright, we're just going to kind of let her float, gently bring her down. Alright, that's the ground. 80 knots. And we're braking. Alright, well, let's get off the runway. Salt Lake departure, Delta 2205 is vacating 16 left. Can I get Salt Lake City ground frequency, please? Alright, flaps coming up.
2205, ground frequency is 123.775.
Roger, 123775, Delta 2205. Let's see what these guys say. When they're like, why are you back?
Salt Lake City departure, Delta 2205,
Park brake
go
set.
ahead.
Nope. Disregard for Delta 2205. Alright, after landing checklist.
Delta 2205, understood. Please
Just
keep the
completed.
frequency clear for other traffic.
Let's end the air departure. Stop getting snappy with me. Salt Lake ground, Delta 2205 is requesting taxi to the gate.
Delta 2205, runway 16 left taxi via Hotel 7 Echo, Hotel 1314.
I think you're trying to tell me to get to the runway. That's exactly what he's telling me. Negative Delta 2205, we need to return to the gate.
Negative, clarify, departure runway 16 left and taxi via Hotel 7 Echo, Hotel 1314.
Oh man, I just love these systems. You know what? We're just gonna ignore you. We're gonna taxi back to the gate.
Negative, clarify, departure runway 16 left and taxi via Hotel 7 Echo, Hotel 1314.
Disregard for Delta 2205.
Negative, clarify, departure runway 16 left and taxi via Hotel 7 Echo, Hotel 1314.
Taxi 16 left via Hotel 7 Echo, Hotel 13, Hotel 14, Delta 2205. Maybe I'll just get him to stop talking.
Negative, clarify, departure runway 16 left.
for departure on 16 left, Delta 2205. I can't. I can't. I can't. I shan't. I mean, I'm doing the exact opposite of what they want me to do, but that's okay. That's why they say aviate, navigate, communicate. In that order. And I'm aviating first. I'm getting back to the gate. I ain't navigating. I don't need to. I'm not on the air. And I certainly don't need to communicate with these absolutely useless controller. Oh look, all my people are still there. We're going right back to where we were. Going back from whence we came. That's Alpha 47. Taxi light off so I don't blind them because that would be rude of me. Refresh. Okay, I'm going to stop so I don't run anybody over. Alpha 47. No. Alright, there we go. See, now they're ready for me. I'll give you the at least a little bit better review. You can see this one. That's the fun camera, frankly. So, welcome back to Salt Lake City, I guess. Twelve, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Why are you bringing the jetway out when I haven't even stopped the bloody plane? Parking brake is set. Oh, I need to get the APU running. Wow, they are like, get off your plane, dude. That is wild. Andy, welcome, good sir. Appreciate the hearts. I don't know how any of that works, to be honest, so I apologize. Sorry for the lack of wild entertainment. We took off from Salt Lake, was getting ready to go to Las Vegas, do that quick little flight, test out the stream, make sure all that's good, and then had some issues with the plane. Had to get back. ATC got snappy. They did not like me. But, you know, you do what you can. Just waiting for the APU to get on so I can kill my engines, so that way I don't lose power to everything and let everyone off this cursed plane. I keep seeing a Celiana pop in and out and in and out and in and out. I wonder if she's there just scrolling and then getting stuck. Alright, APU gen is available. We're going to flip that on. Now we're going to let the people up and off this bloody cursed plane. Turn off the fuel pumps. Gonna come up here, turn off the window heat. We're gonna turn off the probe heat, turn off the electronic hydraulic pumps. We're gonna open up the packs. That's the air conditioning panel. Isolation valve goes to open. APU bleed comes to on, so that way they can get the air. Position lights go to steady. Anti-collision lights off because it's no longer running. We'll leave the one fuel pump for the APU, which is in the back. Auto brake stays at RTO. Speed brakes up, flaps up. Recall. Everything is fine. Should have 4 lights, which we do. Huzzah! Alright. Well, that was wild. Alright, I'm going to reinstall this, and, I don't know. Hopefully this thing just works. In the meantime, I'll give you all the Christmas tree, because everyone loves the Christmas tree with all the fancy lights. Although it's not going to stay on for long, because I'm about to install this blasted thing. Okay, I'm on the most recent one. We're gonna go back to releases. I was on this one, and this one was working just fine. I could use some in and out right now. That sounds delicious. And this is gonna kill all the displays and everything else, and it's all gonna get angry. It's fantastic. All right, Mr. Parker, I appreciate you joining me, sir. Once this update's done, I think I'm going to call it. I'm going to try and do a stream tomorrow, an actual successful one, and hope that, the plane workies. Everything flies fine. More views, all that shenanigans. So, we'll see. But I appreciate the hearts and all the things that you sent. I, again, don't know how in the world that works, but I appreciate it, sir. It means a lot to me. Appreciate you, boo. Get out of that blasted ATC that's like, I don't like you. We can close out of that program. Well, see, these are rebooting now. Why are you yelling at me, computer? Alright. An update is available now. That's what broke it. You done did broke. Alright, I appreciate it, Parker. I will chat with you later. I'll let you know as soon as I go live. I am also live on YouTube and Twitch. I'm kind of just trying to do everything, frankly. The whole plan, just so you are aware, is to try and make this thing as much as possible pay for the real thing, if at all that being a reality. I mean, I know, you don't hop on, start streaming, and just all of a sudden start raking in $10, $20, $30, $40,000 or whatever. Like, that's not how it works, especially in these times, and how saturated the market is. But let's start slow. Start somewhere. All right, amigo. I will chat with you later. I'm going to shut the bird off. Make it to where she's happy to go to bed. That can go closed. APU off. Engines off. All of these off. 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 Coolio! Alright. I will chat with y'all tomorrow. Later.